Okay. Well, everyone, as you know, the theme for tonight's meeting is bookworms. And I think you'll find this particular talk sort of bookwormy, so I kind of lucked out on themes. I want to tell you a little bit about myself. I majored in English and philosophy. Wow. And that was my academic background when I got my bachelor's degree. And I remember getting that and my father looking at me, and my father congratulated me, kind of looked at me, Roger, you have no skills. He's worried about me. No, Dad, thanks a lot. Yeah, whatever. And I thought, okay, that's cool, so let's get a job. Yeah. But the problem is, I learned this attitude. Choose your words carefully. And tonight I want to talk about this, because I think this relates a little to the kinds of things we do in life. So I'm looking at Dad, I go, oh, okay. Well, I'm going to get a job. I'm going to get a job. Yes, I know it's important to do English. Yes, I know it's important to do philosophy. I'm going to find something like that. Because in our lives, we try to choose our words carefully, right? We try to find things. And English is very much like that. Finding the exact word, the exact way to say things. One little mistake and it could be off. Philosophy the same way. Every little comma seems to mean something. And that's the kind of stew my head was in at the time that I got my degree. So it was time for me to get a job. And with this background, I was able to find one and come up to my dad and say, Dad, I got a job. I am a telemarketer. Telemarketer, yes. And telemarketers, they choose their words carefully. Or rather, those words are often chosen for you. Hello, Mrs. Kim. This is Roger with Deluxe Carpet Cleaning. We're working in your area again this year with our January carpet cleaning and upholstery care specials. And I would like to quote you a price on what we clean 2 or 3 rooms for while we're in your area. Any price I could quote you over the phone is regardless of the size of the rooms. We move the furniture and we replace it after cleaning. We do pre-treat if you have any spots or stains or heavily soiled areas. We also hand clean around all your baseboards, so we do not bring any equipment close to your walls. Our workers are bonded and ensured your satisfaction is completely guaranteed in writing. Now, Mrs. Kim, if you were to have some carpets cleaned, which rooms did you think about cleaning? Would it be a living room, dining room, hall, or maybe a sofa or a chair? I will quote you our very lowest price.
Oh my God.
Wow. I did that 62,480 times.
Oh.
And when I get Alzheimer's, that'll be the last thing I forget. So with that kind of job, 3 years of that phrase, I decided to move on and find a job that was appropriate for my background. But of course, to find a job, you have to do something called job hunting. Now think about that word, job hunting. They chose that word carefully, didn't they? Job hunting. It almost makes you think of some sniper looking for the potential employer and going, give me a job. That's scary because that raises your sense of precision. And I wish it were the case that they could just give you a gun and you could find your job. But no, they believe in choosing your words carefully. Resume. Cover letter. You got my resume. Why do you need a cover letter? And of course there's no pressure, because if it doesn't work, you're unemployed, can't eat, are out on the street, starving, etc. That's not cool. So to this day, I hate job hunting because of the concern about precision, about the sort of small things here that I'm just escaping. And it got me thinking about all kinds of things. That phrase, this goes through a lot of people's minds. You would think I would be able to do it because I majored in English, right? But the thing about English majors is we know how to write essays for professors, not letters for human beings. I make a distinction. And so that got me thinking, again, about what I was going to do with things. And I realized there are two problems here. This is the problem, the carefully part. When you have to focus on being so careful, you begin to lose control. And you disempower yourself. Hate that word, but I said it. You disempower yourself from the kinds of choices that you make. So instead, it's good to do this. To focus on this word for this phrase. Not a horrible phrase, but one you can misinterpret. These days, I almost fell down. I'm okay. These days, I'm an English teacher. I teach at a university, and nowadays I'm doing something called an English kids camp. Not very campy. It's in a building. It's inside. You're studying a book. There's a textbook, but okay. And I tell my students, okay, we did 30 words in the textbook over these 3 units. You tell me which 20 words you want to be tested on. And the kids choose with the words. And if it's like, if it's sword and yell and history, they'll choose it. But then they have to I tell them, look, you have to make a story. Make a story. Choose 10 of the words to make the story. And then somebody like Jun-ho. I don't know what Jun-ho sounds like to the Korean ear, but to my ear it sounds like a dangerous 5th grade boy. Because that's all my Jun-ho experience. Jun-ho decides, okay, history, sword, yell. The man approached the king with a sword. The king yelled, "Ah, don't kill me!" He kills him with the sword. The man says to the king, "Your history." Yeah! That's brilliance. Jun-ho, I still don't like you, but that's brilliant. I respect you now. Now I can look to you in the eye, man to man, and decide. So remember, people, don't choose your words carefully. Choose your words carefully. And I think you'll enjoy the ideas that fly through your head. Thank you very much.